It's 6:33 in Eastern Time.
Hey guys, this is my daughter.
Oh,
Um, I am trying to figure out Central Standard Time because I'm in Chicago. It's an hour behind. It should be easy, but apparently it is not. It's been one of the most disorganized times that I have had. So we are not canceling the stream. This is totally my fault. I thought that I set my computer to Central Time where I am now, but I did not. So yeah, forgive me for the mix up. I'm in a different time zone. It's been one of those weeks I've been traveling. So hey Sean, hello Channing, hello everybody
hey
that's
y'all.
that's Jabari, everybody that's tuned in. Let's get started. Please forgive me. There's stuff going on in the background. I had a family matter I had to take care of, but the show still is going on. So Allison, I am going to send you an invite. So just bear with me while I do that, you guys. And we're going to talk about some things that are happening in the news today that we definitely need to know about. As soon as I sent Allison her invite, then she can get on. Uh, Life is good. And I'm just going to focus on that because it truly is. And I hope everybody has had a good week. We had a lot going on today. I was blessed enough to be whitelisted in a huge drop for Jungle Freaks. They had some issues, and they didn't mint until like 2-3 hours later. And by the time that they did mint, we had another big drop that was happening in the space, Boongies, and the gas prices are astronomical right now. So I wasn't able to mint those Jungle Freaks yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to the time when I can. Allison, if you are listening, I have sent your invite out. So let's take a look at the markets, shall we? As we always do here, and see what's happening. Let me refresh. So let's take a look at strong prices first because they have risen today. $707.01, up 5.7% at rank number 396. Looking good, strong. Shout out to the strong block crew. Let's see what's happening in the other markets. Bitcoin up and down today, but just by a little bit of margins. $57,449 for Bitcoin, up 3.7% for the week. Ethereum at $3,600. Cardano has dropped to the number 4 spot right after Binance Coin, which is up to $469.19. Cardano at $2.19. XRP in the number 6 spot at $1.13, guys. And Solana, $148.31. So market's looking okay. We'll see what Bitcoin does because Bitcoin always has the propensity to surprise us one way or the other. Oh, Lord. So we're going to see what happens with Bitcoin today. But let's check out what's happening in other news. We have some legislative adjacent kind of news today. And I'm going to cut off Discord because y'all, that noise is getting on my nerves. And if you're hearing beeping, that's what it is because the Discords are going crazy as per usual. So let's take a look and see what that legislative adjacent news actually is. And this is the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Many of you may know it as. Some people know it as the International Mafia Fund. So whatever your preference is. But they regulate currency all around the world. And the IMF has warned countries about the risks that come with the growing crypto space. This was a report that was published on Tuesday. And it says more than 16,000 tokens have been listed on exchanges, but only around 9,000 exist today. So they see that as a sign of very high volatility. The fund said stablecoins were vulnerable to volatility and investor runs despite being pegged to other assets. And so you guys should not be surprised to hear this rhetoric from the IMF at all. This is pretty standard fare. They are the ones who advised El Salvador not to get on the Bitcoin train. Again, because they want to keep everything pegged to USD. Hey, Woody, shout out to you. So, is there anything else of importance here? Other than just a warning. And again, this is not new news from them. Investor protection risk loom large for crypto assets and decentralized finance, according to the IMF anyway. So we don't expect them to be on the side of crypto. This is another article from the Wall Street Journal about Biden, the Biden administration, and cryptocurrency. Same thing we already know. They're embarking on an aggressive tack for cryptocurrency. The White House officials say, clearly a whole range of risks, said Peter Harrell, a senior White House official, in reference to what he called the explosion of virtual currencies. So this is exactly why Biden is, talking about appointing a crypto czar, getting all of the agencies, all the letter agencies to come together under an umbrella to work on this, the problem here, which is basically their solution to help pay for the infrastructure bill. And hopefully, again, if they do this thoughtfully, it could be good for us. If they don't, we know what's going to happen. But they are basically saying action has to be taken. We have to do something about this cryptocurrency. You guys remember that movie, The Sound of Music, that had Julie Andrews' character, and there was a song, "How do we solve the problem like Maria?" So this is like the refrain coming from our government. How do we solve the problem of cryptocurrency? How do you take a cloud and pin it down? And they really want to try that, but they're not having a whole lot of success. It's really gotten far out ahead of them. And we're going to see what someone in this space is doing about it, basically trying to separate themselves from whatever is going to happen with the cryptocurrency regulation. And stablecoins, again, they're taking all these steps to regulate stablecoins. So I'm just interested to see where this is going. You guys, if you've been paying attention to this show, you know what my theory is. But this is an article from Andreessen Horowitz, who's basically about to go before the powers that be to plead his case and say that, you know what, we're not like all of these other cryptocurrency coins and stable coins, and we want to make sure that we don't get grouped in with them and that we don't get punished the way that you guys may be planning on punishing the rest of the crypto sphere. But this prominent Silicon Valley venture capital firm, Andreessen Horowitz, embarks on a major crypto policy push in Washington. Executives from venture capital firm plan to meet with leaders on the Hill and in the White House in Washington this week. So they're going to lay out a vision for how the U.S. needs to approach this next generation of the Internet Web 3. So they're trying to categorize themselves as the Internet Web 3 and let them know that that's totally different. A totally different group of technologies on a blockchain. And it doesn't have to be grouped with cryptographic protocols, digital assets, decentralized finance, and other, things of that nature. So the firm, commonly known as 16Z, is a major investor in crypto and other technologies that rely on decentralized models and make up what is called Web3. The chief operating officer for 16Z Crypto, and Katie Hahn, we've seen her in the news here before too, general partner and former federal prosecutor, are going to be among the executives that address the government stakeholders this week. Though it would not disclose which officials they're going to meet with, the 16Z Crypto team said that the meetings would include top leaders at the White House. So we're definitely going to bring you more news about the outcome of those meetings. The team is going to promote Andreessen Horowitz's vision for successful regulation of the next generation of the web. So I think this, kind of framing it like this will make it more palatable for some of the government officials. I think that's really smart on their part. It laid out an agenda that said that Web3 is a group of technologies that encompasses blockchain and cryptographic protocols, but it isn't necessarily, that's not all that it is. So This is going to be interesting. It's smart the way they're doing this. I see Coinbase is doing a lot of the same things. They're trying to get ahead of legislation. They're trying to present legislation to government that may be palatable for them, since they know so little about this. Hey, Allison, sorry for the difficulties earlier in my mix-up with the time frames. I had everything set up, and yeah, neither my computer nor my phone updated automatically. So it is what it is, but we here now. So we're carrying on. So that is the Andreessen Horowitz news. Good luck to them. I hope they're able to make some headway into this. So we got a little article here about Stripe hiring a crypto team. You guys might have remembered hearing that Stripe actually stepped back from crypto, from Bitcoin. And now, guess what? They're back in the game. And after 3 years of ending their Bitcoin support, they're hiring a new team. Crypto is a brand new team at Stripe. That's what one job post says. Payment company Stripe has begun assembling a crypto engineering team to chart their future in digital assets. And you can see those jobs on LinkedIn, apparently. The former head of engineering for banking and financial products is looking to hire at least four staffers to help plot Stripe's crypto strategy. This is big news, guys. So they backed up and backed off, and now they're back on. So everybody is seeing, what an opportunity this is, and everybody wants in. And so this is, again, more adoption from the financial industry. The team may be new, but Stripe's interest in crypto stretches back for years. So we'll see who they end up, having on their team. That should be interesting. And again, every time we see articles like this, I'm encouraged, in spite of everything that's happening with regulation, in spite of everything that this administration seems to be doing to suppress the innovations of this new digital asset, we still keep getting all of this adoption by, the retail world, and that's pretty exciting. And speaking of which, there's a great article in which JP Morgan, and I kind of laugh when I read this because everybody who's been in the space for a while knows that JP Morgan has been like cold and hot on the subject of crypto. They have said some horrible things about the future of crypto. And then, like, maybe 2 weeks later, you'll see them again in the news saying something really awesome and great about the future of crypto. So this is one of the times they're actually on the side of cryptocurrency. And the article here says crypto will generate more wealth than the internet, says Morgan. I'm sorry, this is not JP Morgan. This is Morgan Creek Capital CEO. The hedge fund manager, Mark Yasuku, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, believes cryptocurrencies will generate untold wealth by powering the internet of value. So you've heard about the internet of things. This is now the internet of value. By laying the foundations of the internet of value, cryptocurrency and blockchain will generate more wealth than Web 1 and Web 2, because now we're talking about Web 3. And he said this in an exclusive interview with Cointelegraph. We haven't even gotten to the parabolic growth part of Web 3, which is going to create untold wealth. So if you're feeling a little sad about some of the news that we previously reported tonight about what the government's doing and what they're planning on and all of that, I hope that you will take some encouragement, because this is a train that is not going to be stopped. It might be slowed down. It might even be a little bit of a postponement to get to the destination where you want to go, but it is still going to be moving, because it's moving too fast and too furious to be stopped now. And this is a new age. We're going into the internet of value. We've done the internet of things, and this is going to bring us into this new innovation of this digital asset, and nobody's going to be able to stop it. It's going to keep going. The train is not stopping. So if that gives you some encouragement, and I hope that it does, keep going, keep being encouraged, make your choices selectively, have your exit strategy in place, and keep it moving. and know that this is going to create, and I do agree with this is personal opinion, not financial advice. Know that this is going to create more wealth than a lot of people have ever dreamed possible, and that we get the opportunity to be here early and to be a part of this. And I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited when I wake up in the morning and I'm looking at markets and I'm looking to see what cryptocurrency is doing, when I'm looking to see what's happening in the NFT space. It's all good. It's so exciting to be here right now. And I've compared this before, and you guys have heard this before, to like being there when the internet was born, except now, having gone through that and experienced that, I wasn't in the position to do anything about it in my 20s. But here now, on the edge of this, new technology, we're in a position to actually benefit from it. So it's exciting to watch and see everything that is happening, and then what we share here with you guys about the metaverse and what is happening here in the future is just, I don't know. I just get really, really, really excited by this stuff. And speaking of the internet, you guys, the title of the thumbnail that we had was that there are NFTs coming from a source that if you grew up watching, Rugrats, Angry Beavers, Ren and Stimpy, then the company that I'm talking about. But it looks like Viacom CBS has announced that they are going to have digital collectibles, and they're going to come from not only Nickelodeon, which is what I'm talking about, and everybody who's anybody knows Nickelodeon, but they're also going to enter the NFT space using characters and consumer brands from BET, CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, Paramount Pictures, and Showtime. And they say that you're going to be able to pay most of these things with credit or debit cards. So that is huge news. They are doing a partnership, a multi-year partnership with a tech group called Recur to create a platform for IP and franchise. So if that does not blow your socks off, it definitely should. Being able to, again, this is another opportunity for mass adoption. And this is where people have said, you're really going to see the boom in the crypto NFT space when we can make this stuff user friendly and eligible for the average person. That's when we're going to see things take off. If people can use their credit card to get NFTs, they don't have to figure out wallets. They don't have to figure out how much ETH, what is ETH, what is MetaMask, or any of that stuff. And they can go somewhere and uh, get online, and with a credit card, they can purchase an NFT. I would love to have Rugrats, Susie. Yes, I would love to have Susie in my wallet. I would love to have an Angry Beaver. I would love to have Ren and Stimpy. These are characters that are beloved, and we know them and we love them. And not to mention, off of Comedy Central or BET, you guys already know, once that stuff is done, like, it's all over with the singing. As they say, it is going to bring a rush of people into mass adoption of this industry, and they are trying to figure out how to do this because they see the potential and the dollar signs, and it's like a no-brainer. So we get to this, we have seen the dawn of a new age. And do you remember the link? Because Channing has said that link about Ripple, and he has some news about that he tweeted us earlier today. Do you remember what that was, Allie, about the Songbird NFT and what is happening with that?
Yeah, let me pull it up because I didn't have it up.
Awesome. And I don't want to forget that. Thank you for the reminder, Channing, because that was like, we need to definitely share that with you guys. But that is the big news. I was so excited to see that article about Nickelodeon NFTs coming to the space and being able to use a credit card to purchase them. That is so exciting.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen. It's a competition. Awesome. 1 second. Yeah, so earlier today, Channing tagged Corey and I in a post on Twitter. A Flare community account tweeted that there's a competition time for the very first NFT minted on Songbird. It's in high demand, and they are selling for 1,000 plus Songbird. This takes reward rates to a new level, and to celebrate, I'm giving away 3 of these very special NFTs. So you have to follow the account, tag 3 friends, and retweet a standard type contest. There's 542 retweets. I would still do it. I mean, why not? And then they show down here what it looks like. Winners of the NFT will be randomly selected live at the end of this month. And that's always a good thing to look out for, too, because I actually just tweeted about this the other day. And I know Corey sees the same thing. And probably a lot of you, if you are frequent users of Twitter, that people run fake contests all the time for giveaways on NFTs just to get followers. It's like follower harvesting, I guess, if you want to call it that, or engagement. But here you can see this is a definite giveaway. They're going to be doing it live on Twitter. I'm assuming it's going to be live on Twitter, maybe YouTube. I don't know. And it's a really exciting opportunity because 1,000 Songbird is what the NFT is currently worth. And who knows by the end of the month what it's going to be worth when the winners are selected. Because by then, I imagine the markets to really be pumping.
Yeah, you guys. So, every opportunity, I know when you see 1,000 of these things on Twitter, if you're on Twitter, like Allison and I are a day of giveaways, but you can win. I won something from Star Atlas this morning and I was freaking shocked as heck. Just from retweeting, I won one of their spaceship NFTs, and I was super excited about that because Star Atlas is like if you guys haven't taken a look at that, take a look at that. But yes, I was one of 110 winners. So go ahead. You never know what day is going to be your lucky day. You can certainly win this. And Channing is letting us know that there was a different link regarding Ripple they have filed a petition to be able to settle derivatives, and for XRP and Flare and all of the things associated with it. This is a huge news, guys. So definitely follow their Twitter feed if you're not following that, and get on there and just find out, because Channing follows this religiously, and Channing is going to be on our show. Very, very proud to have him on our show. I believe this coming Tuesday, Channing, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look at my calendar, but he's going to be on our show very soon. And this gentleman is a wealth of knowledge, and we look forward to having him here as a guest. He and his wife dropping their own NFT, and we want to share everything about that launch and anything about any Ripple, Songbird, Flare news. All of this stuff is so great and so presents so many opportunities for us. And shout out again to the XRP/Ripple Army. And Charles, we want to thank you for being here and for being so forgiving for our late start tonight. I do so bad with time changes, you guys. I'm seriously working on it. I don't know if I have to talk to Alexa and see if she can set it up for Eastern time for me while I'm in the Central time zone, but I will get this right. And probably by the time I get it right, I'll be headed on the plane back home where it won't even matter anyway. But yes, let's try this again tomorrow night. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Charles, for being here with us. We appreciate it. And no problem, Channing, for any links that you send. There is a lot of bullish stuff happening. There's a lot of good news today. There's a lot of crazy regulatory news, but there's a lot of good news today for the space too. And Miss Allie, if you are ready, because I know we thought we were not going to be on the air tonight. Anything happening in the NFT space that we need to know about?
Actually was caught a little off guard.
It's all good.
But yeah, I still had some stuff up. So I wanted to give a reminder to everyone that is participating in the Gary V 12 and a half book promotion that the deadline to return your form is rapidly approaching. It is tomorrow. So please, if you spent the money to buy all of those books, do not forget to fill out that second form, and it will be in your email, and they've probably sent you multiple reminders by now. So don't forget, deadline is, it may be at midnight. I know it's the 14th. I don't know the exact time, but if you haven't done it, stop what you're doing and fill it out now.
Don't miss that,
Then,
you guys.
yeah, do not miss it. We have no idea what it's going to be, but I wouldn't want to miss it if I bought all those books.
Two words, Gary V.
Yeah, exactly. Then for the people that are participating in that strange immutable ape server, check in tomorrow morning, because there's going to be some sort of update from, from the father. Sounds so ridiculous saying that. But yes, check in, because I don't know if there'll be any action required on our parts, or I don't know what's going to be happening, but something will be happening tomorrow. Then let's talk about Corey. Did you cover Coinbase?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm sure that we weren't live yesterday, but I'm sure that most of you have heard by now that Coinbase is going to have an NFT marketplace. This is really, really big news. A lot of people use Coinbase, and it's going to bring a lot of people into the NFT space. And I'm assuming it's going to be gasless. There'll probably be fees. But you have everything that you need right there on Coinbase. So for a new user to be onboarded into the NFT scene, it will be very easy for them. Everything all in one place. I do think, though, the whole point of crypto and NFTs, the whole decentralization point, that it's great that we're going to be having the opportunity to onboard so many new users to the space through Coinbase, but we should not neglect to teach them how to take control. And for some people, it just might not be a good option. Maybe they don't want to deal with all that. That's why there's custodial services. But I think that everyone should at least be aware of the option of how to take control of your own crypto and NFTs. So I do hope that once this marketplace goes live, that big influencers in the space and even Coinbase make sure to educate users about how to take control of these assets on their own, because it actually isn't that hard. Of course, it's a learning curve and it can be intimidating, but once you do it a few times or you watch some videos, every additional time that you do it, you become more comfortable with it. So yeah, hopefully, Coinbase probably doesn't want assets and crypto leaving their platform. They probably prefer to keep everything right there, but they would be doing the entire space a disservice if they did not at least inform these new users that, hey, we can take care of this for you, but there's also another option if you want to go that route. Then there was also some drama in the Solana space yesterday. And normally I wouldn't talk about something like this, but it hits on something that we talked about on Monday. Corey and I had a conversation, and some of you guys chimed in about how some NFTs can be considered securities because they're offering tokens and they're not giving a disclaimer like, oh, like CyberKongs. Yeah, CyberKongs. CyberKongs did to make sure they covered all their bases, and they worked with lawyers and a team. One banana is worth one banana. The community decides it's worth, and it has utility. Some other projects aren't necessarily doing that. And I think that I mentioned on Monday that FTX had made the decision to not list Meerkat's Millionaires Club. Well, something similar happened on Tuesday. But it was between two communities, the Soul Piggies Club and the Gecko Space Garage. So the Piggies have their own marketplace, and it's called Alpha Art. And it's actually, in my opinion, it looks similar to OpenSea. So it offers a similar user experience. it's it's faster than OpenSea actually, and some of the filters operate better than OpenSea, but they listed the geckos without the geckos' knowledge, and the geckos, the people in charge of the gecko project, that team and the dev team, after consulting with their lawyers, they decided, well, you didn't ask us. We don't want to be listed on Alpha Art because the whole point of the piggies having their own marketplace is they will be giving holders of their NFTs royalties from all sales on the marketplace. And geckos did not want to be associated with that, not because they thought it was bad, but that just wasn't their project. It wasn't their ethos. It wasn't what they aligned with. And that's fine. You can have multiple projects in the same ecosystem that have different roadmaps, like they're about different things, and that's okay. But they didn't want to put their project in any type of jeopardy with future regulation. So even though the chances would be slim that they could get caught up in something if the SEC were to try to come down on Alpha Art or the Piggy Club project specifically, they just wanted to make sure that they were looking out for their project and for the holders of their project. And it is kind of messed up that Alpha Art just listed their NFTs without consulting the team first. And then the whole way that happened is I think geckos had thought that everything was amicably settled, but then the Piggy team leaked some DMs in the communities. It was just really toxic. It was bad. But just keep in the back of your mind when you're looking at assets that you want to pick up or NFTs, what is the utility of that project? How has it been? And some have no utility, like it's just art, like fine art or photography. But if someone's going to be offering you a token, does it give you access to something? Like, does it give you access to something, or is it just straight up giving you money? Because if it is, in that case, it might fail the Howey test. And yes, we are well aware that all of these things need to be updated. It's not the 1930s, 40s, or 50s anymore. This is 2020. We need clarity on very specific issues. And apparently, it was only 16 words that offered clarity on the internet for the US. Like, I heard that in the Twitter spaces. Some things that were outlined, legislation is 16 words. That is all that this space needs. We don't need over-regulation, but we need some clarity on how projects can move forward and what investors should be looking at or looking out for, so they don't get stuck in some sort of long legal battle. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. We may see more and more of that because a lot of projects are coming out with a similar model at this point. And some projects like Bored Ape Yacht Club and Tools of Rock, and I just saw another one recently. I think it was those peace, Corey, what are those things called?
Peaceful
Peace
groupies.
Yeah. Thank you. Peaceful Groupies are also doing something similar, but they are consulting with a team of lawyers. And I'm assuming everything is going to come out the right way. And it may be slow. So, like, give these projects time. They will develop things at the best of their ability after consulting with lawyers to make sure that your investment into that asset is safe. I absolutely agree, Channing. Channing has said, Tom Emmer said today that the SEC has been overreaching and it's not their authority. Corey, can you put that
I'm
back up?
sorry.
It's
Sorry. I thought
okay.
you were looking at the chat.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I had to scroll down. It's okay. It's not their authority to make claims that don't have laws backing it. Yeah, so this is what we need some clarification on. And I think in time it will come. So for now, if the team hasn't consulted with lawyers, no matter how much I like the art, I might avoid them for now. I might not
Speaking of
want to avoid them, but I might, just to err on the side of caution.
Yeah, better safe than sorry is true in this case.
Yeah.
But speaking of consulting with lawyers, you guys, if you haven't gotten into our Discord yet, make sure you do. We got some great upcoming things that are going to be for Discord members, especially. Um, our group has been working with a team of lawyers to try to iron out how best to manage your crypto in terms of LLCs, maybe even some good tax information for you guys that they're working on putting together. Some of that's going to be exclusive to our Discord, things that we really need to know. And this is so new, it's so early. So any guidance that we can get that is viable and quality and from qualified folks, we definitely need that. So go to cryptonairz.com, use the spooky 30 code to join for 30% off of any level subscription for the lifetime of that subscription. We would love to have you be part of our Cryptonairz family.
I wanted to talk about Jungle Freaks. That is today. The pre-sale has started today. And Corey mentioned earlier there was a slight delay at the beginning. No big deal. This happens sometimes. But just refreshing now because I want to see what's happening here. But the last time I checked, whoa, it's gone way down. The floor was over 1/8. It's now it seems to be 0.69 again, but data on OpenSea is always delayed. So all the first listings, they're already sold. Like I can see sold. When a project is moving this quick, it is important to look out if you're trying to buy in secondary. We've talked about it before. Oh, these scammers that switch the price at the last second. They list for well below the floor. You go to buy it, and they have increased the price, and they're hoping that you don't notice before you confirm the transaction. So just keep an eye out for that because I have seen that happening a few times on this, and it's no reflection of any reflection on any project where this is happening. It's scammers doing this, not the actual project. But this is really exciting. A bunch of us in the server managed to get pre-sale on this one. So I have not minted yet, like Corey. I will be doing that a little later this evening.
The gas is still astronomical, you guys, from the
Yeah.
Bungie drop. By the time they figured out the issues at Jungle Freaks, the Bungie drop, which is another huge, highly anticipated drop, happened.
Yeah.
And that's their public sale. So there are gas wars going on, and Jungle Freaks minting is caught up in the middle of that. So when all of that has finished and died down, I cannot wait to mint, and I'm definitely not going to flip. But a lot of people flipping before the reveal, which is always kind of a chance you take, because if you end up with a rare, so if the floor is what is it, 0.6, which is almost $2,000 right now for a pre-revealed Jungle Freak, and you end up minting a rare or a super rare, and the floor is like times 10, then you just, you screwed yourself. So I understand flippers got to flip, and they're gonna flip. But Nirmala said that they were able to mint. Awesome, that's great. I'm happy to hear that. But yeah, I wasn't able to do it before gas, but became just totally ridiculous. So congrats there, and I hope you got some good ones.
I'm actually going to be taking a different strategy to Corey. I will be minting all 5 that I am available to mint, and I'm going to flip some. I'm probably, the closer it gets to reveal as the floor increases, I am going to flip because inevitably after reveal, the floor always dumps.
Yeah.
So like we saw with Mechaverse, yeah, that's going to be my strategy. And I think I'll flip 1 to 2 into reveal. And then I'll have like 3 or 4, depending on how I operate. And whatever I flip, I'm not going to look back at it. Like,
No,
it is what it is.
if you're going to do
I
that,
took
you
my
can't.
profit and that's it. Yeah. Because then the rest is free.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about if it's, a common or super rare or anything like that. I think that's a strategy I'm going to be taking, and we all have our own strategy. That's the cool thing about this is you can decide what works for you. And speaking of Mechaverse, that was very underwhelming in my opinion. Um, this is not a popular opinion. I don't like Mechaverse. It's not ugly by any means. Just looks like a bunch of Transformers, and yeah, it's definitely not a popular opinion. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. I just can't imagine paying so much for like a
Well, a
Transformer.
lot of people after the reveal said that a lot of them looked so much alike that they
Yep.
were very disappointed for the floor and the price and all of that. So, yeah, it's still, there was still big gains though, if you were able to get in, if you were one of the lucky ones. But yeah, you can't catch them all. You do what you can do and you keep
Yeah.
keep it moving.
I also think about Mechaverse. I mean, I don't think it. I saw some people were tweeting about a photo where the actual NFT, because people were very vocally complaining that it was taking them so long for the reveal. And I think the team rushed a little bit and some mistakes were made. And one person's NFT has like a fine black line at the top of it. Like I'd be really pissed if that was my NFT. Uh, yeah, so and it's like a line going all the way across at the top. Um,
Dang.
yeah, I'd be really upset about that, and I mean, it is what
Maybe
it
the
is. I
devs can do something. Maybe they can make it super rare or something.
I don't know, maybe.
Fix it for
But
them.
but speaking of using profits for uh the creation of Strong nodes, today we found out that Strong has started their um silver NFT lottery. Oh, you know what? I actually had bookmarked this because I wanted to show you. I'm going to show you real quick before I move into that Strong thing. Um, oh, can you see this?
I can only see the top of his head.
Yeah, okay. Here's the black line right here. I can't make it any bigger. Um,
Like at the
that's it.
very top, right below where the X is and the red border.
Yeah, see this Cryptonairz logo here?
Mhm, mhm.
There's a black line right under it, like all the
Yep,
way across.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Mhm.
Those people were not, they're not happy about that. And I
I
don't blame
wouldn't be
them.
either.
I'd be pretty upset too. Okay, so I didn't realize that that whole time I was sharing my screen. Sorry about that. Um, oh, I thought maybe I just favorited it. I thought that I had saved it. Yeah, so Strong Block will be starting their lottery for silver NFTs. And if you create a um a new node with Strong, you will be entered in the lottery for a silver NFT. And you will only have to pay Strong. There will be no 3 ETH, or I think it was like 3.5 ETH and 7.5 Strong, right? That's
Right,
what it
right.
costs if you were to actually purchase it. But now it's not going to be a free uh silver NFT, but it is going to be for 7.5 Strong only. So what it actually says is silver NFTs are now sold out. The first silver NFT lottery qualification period started on Wednesday, October 13th, at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and ends at 8:59 Pacific on Wednesday, October the 20th. Going forward, lotteries will be run once per week, Wednesday to Wednesday, until all silver NFTs have been claimed. The gold NFT lottery will start shortly after they are sold out and may run parallel with the silver lottery. The winner each week will be able to purchase one Strong Block metal NFT, depending on the lottery being run, for the original Strong contribution shown on the sales page. 7.5 for Strong, 7.5 Strong for silver, or 35 Strong for gold. And ETH will only be required for gas. That's a really good opportunity for someone that already has a bunch of nodes. I mean, if a brand new node creator won that, it would be really hard. The 7.5 Strong is expensive. Um,
But
So
still less expensive than the regular price, you guys. So, I mean, it is definitely an opportunity. And Channing, we
yeah.
want to thank you for bringing that news to our attention earlier today. You're awesome. We appreciate you.
Um, and how did your Tools of Rock mints go?
It was smooth. Got good gas. I was only allowed based on the mint pass I had, and then one volume one Tools of Rock able to mint three. I was surprised that it did not sell out, as quickly as some of these other projects because the art is solid, team is solid, roadmap solid, but it
Yeah.
doesn't always play out that way. It doesn't mean that the project's not going to be a success. Don't know if they're still minting, but I know a couple of hours ago they still had some left. So if you haven't checked that out, still opportunity there. I believe if they have not sold out for that tools
Yeah, I'm
Gods
looking
of
now
Rock
to see if they're sold out.
thing, but that was that. I got a pretty nice one. They had a couple of one of ones and some really rare ones as well. The floor, the last time I checked was 0.5. Don't know what it is right now. But yeah, with that went smooth, went off without a hitch. Just waiting on gas so I can mint my jungle freaks.
Please.
And you
This
guys,
has to
all
be wrong.
you,
Something has to be wrong with this.
uh-oh. All you OGs that are watching, we're definitely planning to do something special for you. We so appreciate you being here and tuning in and being so supportive to this channel and this daily crypto news show. We love you guys.
Um, oh, this is a fake. That's why, probably.
A fake.
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I found a fake Gods of Rock. Of course, there's always fakes. I was like, why is this price so cheap? I got a rare Gods of Rock. Uh, so I was thinking about possibly flipping that and picking up because I only minted two. Like I could have minted more. Because I have four. I have the VIP pass and then I have four Tools of Rock. From the first collection. So that would have entitled me to get the third, but I chose to only mint two because I was trying to save ETH
Right.
for today.
Jungle freaks.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but I ended up minting a rare. So I'm wondering, like, do I sell my rare and pick up another floor, so that I can have two? The reason I want to have two is one for myself and one for my husband, because
Hmm.
I actually really believe in this team, and I think that this project is going to survive. There's a lot of money behind it,
Oh, yeah.
and they really know what they're doing. I think the project is really undervalued, and they've been hitting all of their roadmap uh, benchmarks or whatever you'd like to call it. Like they've been hitting all of them, and they're quietly building in the background every day.
Lots of
So,
partnerships, you
excuse
guys.
me. Yeah, and I think that
Partnerships
eventually
with,
they'll have in-person events too.
yeah.
Excuse
Partnerships with
me.
some pretty big names in the business in the crypto world and in the music industry. So, and according to their Twitter site, they said they are still minting. And I'm gonna take a quick look at the mint page here. Yeah, they're still minting. So still an opportunity there. Definitely check on their official links from their page only to check what it is on OpenSea right now.
I just want to show you
And
what
look at I
my
Big Dallas said, "Do y'all have that? We got the freaking
yes.
yes, Big Dallas. That like between that and waiting for 3 hours for them to come online, and I was so nervous because when they had that issue, I was like, oh my God, they have completely blocked me from the whitelist, and that's what everybody thought. And my heart just dropped because I mean we all did some serious work in that Discord to
Yeah.
earn these spots. So it's like no freaking way. What the heck? So yes, it's been one of those days, so yes, we definitely are still looking forward to minting that. So is that one
Uh
of the ones you got?
yeah, and then my other one's just like a regular one, but it's so weird because when I pulled this one, I looked at it and I saw the galaxy skin, and at first I was like, "Oh, maybe that's a rare." But then I looked and I was like, "No, it's not." Okay, whatever. But then I was showing my husband later in the evening, and for whatever reason, my computer did not pick up that special background in the beginning. But I was showing him on the OpenSea mobile app, and that's when I saw that drum background for the first time. So I didn't even know that I had a rare until like 3 or 4 hours after the reveal. Like I had no idea, but I was pretty excited about it. So I don't know what I'll do.
Totally
Um,
cool. It's nice to have options, though. It really is.
yeah, yeah. And I wanted to tell everyone that's in Jungle Freaks that today, just like an hour ago, that Alex Becker tweeted again, Jungle Freaks giving me serious blue chip vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, please, we could all really use a win.
I'm telling you, I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing what this is gonna do. But definitely at this point in time, it'll is probably going to be my most valuable hold to date. So
Yeah,
because it's probably going to come out the gate. Well, we see it's almost at 2 grand now on the low, and they haven't even done the reveal yet. So yeah, there definitely is always a cycle. It'll be up and then it'll dump a bit and then it'll come back up again. But
yeah.
there's hey crypto goddess, shout out to you. How are you? I hope you are doing well. So happy to see you. But yeah, you guys, this is what is going on. So we will let you know how the Jungle Freak Mint goes in tomorrow night's stream. So you guys will share like any goodies that we may have gotten. Until that time, you guys, you are all awesome. I'm going to figure out something real fun to do for the OGs that have been with us, always here, always faithful, always supporting, and we love you guys so much. Make sure that you visit cryptonairz.com. If you watch this in a replay and you haven't visited our Discord or visited our website, do that. We got so many big things popping coming up for the rest of the year and into 2022. And we're going to have more great news for you, more crypto gossip, more metaverse news, more NFT scandals and successes for you here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, I will be on time tomorrow night. I promise. But thank you for being here anyway. We love you guys and have an incredible night. And we'll talk to you soon. Oh yeah, one
Right.
other announcement which I forgot. On Friday, this Friday, you guys, Allison and I have been invited to be on Be Social, which is another YouTube channel here that advocates for women in crypto. And we will be their special guest. We'll be talking about stuff to do with women in crypto and NFTs. And they also want to do the burner wallet thing with us using MetaMask and what is the other wallet? BitTrue.
Phantom.
Not Phantom. They
Bitchery.
want to do BitTrue. So one of their hosts is going to be showing us how she
What?
uses BitTrue. So we're going to do that with them, and I'm looking forward to that. And we hope that you will join us. I will link tomorrow night. I will link the Be Social YouTube channel link in the description bar, and I'll also put it in the chat so you guys can join us with them. And I will also have confirmation of the time on Friday night, which I think at this point in time is 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So we may be like on their show and then run back here to do our show, but you'll get a double dose. So have a good night and we'll see you guys tomorrow
Bye,
night.
guys.